What is up, Twitch? Another crazy day. Crazy day. 100% no wrong time for tacos. That is right. Man, I missed you guys. Couldn't do it yesterday. We had events yesterday, so couldn't stream yesterday. Couldn't stream last Saturday because I was hanging out with my beautiful daughter watching Beef, which is a crazy show. If you ever get a chance to watch Beef, that is a crazy show. We were binging that, and we're still not done yet. So it's I'm sure there's more to come. We got to the part. Well, I don't want to blow it for anybody who hasn't seen it. But we got to that part, where they, and then they. But I don't want to tell you because you got to see it for yourself. It's a crazy show. Everything off today. Crazy. Streaming on a Sunday, streaming late in the Sunday afternoon. Everything off today. Even my food. There's no tacos over here. There's some poor man nachos is what I'm eating. If you guys want to see what I'm eating, you probably don't want to see this. This is when I get lazy, when I don't have time, and whatever's left in the fridge, you just pile it in a bowl, and it looks like this. There it is. You've got some chicken in there, pieces of chicken in there. You've got chili beans inside there. You've got I'm using these chips as my spoon and just eating away at whatever I can, whatever I can capture. That's what I do. Lazy man nachos, some Ruffles. I want to thank my sponsors. This week's sponsors, Gordo's Barbecue. This week's sponsors, Grill Fellas. These beans are Grill Fellas beans still left over from the class. Total Power Lunch. Got that chicken in there. Got those beans in there. Award-winning chicken by Bill. So you can't go wrong because it is Grill Fellas Barbecue. So you can't go wrong. There's award-winning chicken in here. This chicken is award-winning chicken. So it's still good. But it's not as beautiful as I would like, I can make my food look more beautiful, more presentable, usually. But it's been a crazy week, busy week. At the OWC this week at Young Nils. Super busy. Crazy. Man. Crazy. It was awesome. Get a little drink. So today we're going to go over some, I start to like to do some countdowns here on the show. And so today we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go over some stuff. Now let me show you what we're going to go over right here. 17 signs from the past week that are so hilarious, they actually gave me a glimmer of hope for 2024. That's right, a glimmer of hope for this brand new year, 2024. This article is written by Shelby Heinrich from Buzzfeed, and I love reading Buzzfeed because they have all these cool countdown articles, and that's it. It says it's that time again, time to enjoy the funniest signs of the week. 2024 is giving Shelby some hope for 2024. First one, let's go right off the bat. My car wash is really funny. So the sign says, did we just hit a unicorn? You go through the wash, nobody washes their car anymore. Nobody gets the bucket out except for me and puts palm olive and squeezes the palm olive in the bucket, and then you get the hose and until it frizzles up and the bubbles come up. Once the bubbles come up to the top and they overflow the bucket, then it's ready. You throw in your sponge, you wipe down your car, you wash it, hand wash it. Nobody does that anymore. So many automated car washes everywhere. You go to the gas station, when you put your gas in, the first thing it asks you, what does it ask you? Are you an award member for Rouse or something like that? Then the second question is, do you want a car wash? They always ask you if you want a car wash. I always say no, because those little cheap gas station car washes won't mess up your car. But when it comes to the 5 and Go, which they have around here, the 5 and Go, it's like I don't know why they call it, because not one of those levels. There's different levels. There's like bronze, silver, and gold. It's like the Olympics: bronze, silver, gold, and you get more depending on how much you put in. Not one of them is $5. I don't know why they call it 5 and Go. It doesn't take 5 minutes either. It's a little bit longer than that. And the bronze starts off at like $9. So there's no $5. I don't know why they call it 5 and Go, but it's if you put in a little bit more, you get to the silver, you start getting these colors. You get the colors, you start shooting colors of soap all over your windows, these certain waxes that are coming all over the sides of your car, over your tires. It starts looking like you hit a unicorn. So that I understand what they're saying right here. There you go. Our deluxe wash is the unicorn with the wax. Oh, they call it the unicorn baby balls. It's awesome. See? So you guys know what I'm talking about. That's the deluxe wash. Looks like you hit a unicorn. Ramon Works. This is the makeup stream. I'm not putting makeup on. I'm just making up streams from yesterday because I didn't get on here. I had to do something. I had to go somewhere. And then the Saturday before, I was binge watching Beef from 5 in the morning all the way till 8. And then we went to Lyre, and then we went to all kinds of stuff. But it was awesome hanging out with my daughter. So have to get in those makeup streams for you guys. Got to get them in. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about 17 signs, like signs. You go driving down the street and you're like, what? Did I just read that right? Those weird, crazy signs. You're like, what? Oh my God. Did that sign say just what I said? Well, that's what we're going to go over. 17 signs that Shelby says gives her a little hope for 2024. So our first sign says, did we just hit a unicorn? And you're going through the car wash. It looks exactly like this. That's exactly what it looks like. You get the unicorn from. Number 2, somewhere in Australia. Australians are very rough and tough people. They're a very rough and tough crew out there in Australia. They're made a little different there in Australia. They don't hold back the punches over there in Australia. So this sign on the road says, "Surface still effed." The street is messed up. The street is still the same way it was last week, same way it was the week before. The Australians are pissed off. The surface is still effed. Now, we don't say that word on the show, of course, because F means something different here on Twitch. And also, I just don't generally say that word at all. So you guys can say that word, and I can't hear you anyway, so that's perfect. This is the making up. So we're making up the stream, and we're making up because we're just making up. We're making up, Ramon. Love is coming. February 14th. It's going to be our day, my friend. Put some hearts in the stream. Put some hearts in the stream. Holy moly, holy moly. Holy moly, eating this championship chicken, by the way. I know. Dude. That's another channel. The MAC, some Chanel, some CoverGirl, eyeshadow, a little blush. Yeah, I guess. I don't know how to spell it, dude. I'm not the greatest. I mean, it says, isn't that the same thing? Isn't it the same spelling? It means the same thing. Maybe we got to put, like, I don't know, a pencil or something from school. Yeah, does Ramon need time out, painting balls? Let me know. It's Abuelita time. Abuelita, W2 Splinter, W2 Splinter. W2 Splinter in the house. W2 Splinter, we're going over crazy signs that you see on the side of the road. This sign right here was in Australia. Street's all messed up, so they said the surface is still effed. Usually it says when you go down the street, there's usually a lit up sign that says street work from November 2nd to November 19th, or the date, whatever. Australians are a little different. Australians are a little stronger, a little rough and tough, little, they make them a little different over there. So they just say the surface is effed. They don't, no holding back, no holding back. They just say the surface is effed. Oh, a little Ramon After Dark right there. Painting Polish has a Ramon After Dark emojis there. Make sure you follow Ramon if you want those emojis. That's one way to start a rough road. Yes, a rough road. Surface still effed. Okay, let's go to number 3. Number 3, please don't have an emergency at this location. Right here it says, emergency phone is out of service. So you go to the emergency phone, and the emergency phone is having an emergency. The emergency phone is out of service. And it says, please do not have an emergency at this location. Do not have an emergency at this location. If you have an emergency, you will not be able to use this phone. What was Ramon saying? What will the sign say if you had to do your makeup? If the sign said you had to do your makeup, it just says, here is your color. That's what it says right there. I don't know what that says. My wife goes in the Mac store. You're thinking like it's just gonna be like one of those little brushes. We're in the industry. We know what the colors are. Maybe you pick your favorite color. Boom. It's gonna take like 3 minutes. We don't leave the Mac store for 2.5 hours. My wife spends longer time in Mac than I do on stream. It's crazy. She spends, they're trying different tones of color, facial tones. They're a little darker, my wife's a little dark, and then a little lighter, let's try lighter, let's try darker, let's try lighter. They're trying all these things, and but you got a special tone. Oh, but you got a special tone. Your tone is something different than everybody has a different tone. Blah, 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 blah. Like, how does it take 2.5 hours? 2.5 hours in the Mac. 2.5 hours in the Mac. I stand outside with all the other guys, and they're pretty much look like this. Like just. Oh man, they're making the same. Everybody's rubbing their heads. Like, oh, I don't know, dude. What did you do? What did you do to get in here? It's like you're in jail. Like, what did you do to get in here? I don't know. Oh man, I didn't take out the trash. Oh man, what did you do? Oh man, I spoke out of line. So now I'm never at the back. And we're all waiting from the freaking Mac window, looking like pigeons over there. Crazy. Freaking Mac. Uh-oh. Little Ramon After Dark in the chat. Is this what happens, Ramon, when it gets later? I've never done a stream this late, so it gets a little Ramonski After Dark when I do late stream. I'm noticing there's a whole thing. Right? If I do a late stream, there's this whole Ramon After Dark thing happening. It's crazy. I didn't know that. Holy moly! There's all these. You can do other emojis after 2 o'clock, I guess. Oh man, that's good. Hold on 1 second. Nice. If you're just joining us, 17 signs on the side of the road that make us have hope for 2024. Oh yeah, I need to use them. Yeah, I got those emojis. Look at this one. Boom. Look at that emoji. Punk rock. That's my favorite one. The punk rock Ramonkey. That's my favorite one. The punk rock one. Let's see what we got. Number 4. out of this one. I can't. You guys love this after dark. This is perfect for you guys after dark. Look what they're saying here. Sorry, we're out of, and I'm not saying that word. You guys can say that word, but I understand this because if you're gente, if you're my people, that's how you pronounce it. Cook, cook. You say, hey, sir, we are out of cook. We're at the cook. So that's how it sounds. They're just spelling it the way it sounded. The worst part about the English language is it doesn't even sound like you doesn't even spell like the way you sound. It sounds totally different. That's the hardest part about learning English is the words aren't spelled the way they sound. That's how the word cook sounds. It's cook. It's cook. It's cook. It's cook. You want to cook? You want to cook with ice? Icy? With ice? The ice? That's enough of that, though. That's enough of that. Number 5, it qualifies as a sign, and it's damn funny. Here he goes. A little octopus. It's a cute one for you. A little octopus, drunk octopus, wanting to fight. That little octopus is wanting to fight. Look at that little octopus. He wants to fight. He's a drunk octopus wanting to fight. His eyes are all twisted. He wants to fight. There you go. That's drunk octopus. Number 6, beware of Zeb. Warning, the monkey Zeb throws objects. Please beware, his aim is accurate. Dang, this monkey, he's in the zoo and they have to put a sign because when he throws the objects, he actually is accurate at his aim. He's good at throwing. He can hit you from a mile away. Stay back from the monkey cage because Zeb throws objects and he's very accurate with this throw. He hit grandma, he hit kids, he doesn't care, he'll just hit everybody. Monkeys throw. They throw stuff. Yes, Painting Paws. Thank you for that explanation. Thank you, Painting Paws. They throw stuff. And you can get hit with it. And they actually, that's a good point. They literally throw what she just put on the thing. They literally get their stuff and throw it at you. So you could be hit with objects, you get hit with tree stumps, you get hit with twigs, you could get hit with fecal matter. They pick up their poop and throw it at you. They don't like the stuff that they're getting fed, they'll throw it at you. Monkeys are crazy. You got to be careful. Zeb throws objects. Please beware. His aim is accurate. So that's a sign right there. That was number 6. Number 7. Take this, criminals. No crime between 8 and 6, all right? I know you guys want to commit your crime, and that's okay. You know, everybody's got to make a living. Everybody's got to have a hobby. But wait until after 6. After 6, you steal cars. There's some cars back there. Steal the cars. Break into houses. Do some graffiti. Whatever you want to do. But do it after 6. Or before 8 a.m. You know, after 6. Anytime between 6 and all the way till 8 a.m. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. You could do a lot of crime with that much time. They're giving you crime. They're giving you time for your crime. They're crime time. See what I'm rhyming? Crime time. No crime between 8 and 6 p.m. It's probably because kids are in school. Most of that time, 8 to 2, kids are in school. And then the other time, 3 to 6, people are having dinner. Don't do the crime when people are having dinner. Don't disrupt the dinner. Do the crime after 6, okay? And everybody has a different time zone, so be careful with that. Make sure you check your watches, check your Google. Make sure you stay off the crime from 8 to 6 o'clock. Criminals, there you go. There's rules. I don't know, like criminals, they don't want to follow the rules. Number 8, life will not let you forget your high school days, even if you want to. So this says, this is a advertisement for a yearbook. Don't buy a yearbook. Just forget high school. Just forget it. Just forget you went to high school. Forget everything you went to high school. If you hated high school, don't buy a yearbook. Isn't that weird? Like, even if you didn't like high school, you still buy a yearbook. Why is that? Is it the silvery, slick, shiny pages? Is it the leather binding? What is it that makes everybody want to buy a yearbook, even if you hated high school? Proof you got out? Proof you did it? That's a good point, Paintball. I barely made it, so I have the proof. I have a book, I have a t-shirt, I have a hat, I have a ring, actually a school ring, actually. So I have proof. I have the receipts. I have the diploma. It's not easy to do these days. Half the kids don't even want to do it anymore. And the kids don't even want to go to school anymore. So I did it. Got the yearbook, got the shirt, got the ring. I did it. That's why we do it. This sign is a great sign for people that don't want to remember high school. Don't buy a yearbook. Just forget. Forget high school. Pretend like it never happened. It never happened. I'm sure there's things that we all want to forget about high school. So don't buy your book, because then you'll remember. You'll remember those things. Eating some chili. That was number 8. Number 9, save advice. Save 100% when you don't buy anything. Here is something I try to explain. Let me get a drink on this one. This is what happens every time. I go to the Citadel with the wife, go to wherever, the mall, wherever we're at. Look, hon, 60% off. And look at the other sign, an additional 20% off. So it's 60 plus 20. And I go, well, that's awesome. So I said, but it's actually even better if you don't buy anything. It's 100%. If you don't buy nothing, it's a better deal. It's like she's like, say, you can't beat that deal. I say, yes, I can beat that deal. If I don't buy it at all, I completely beat that deal. I buy 100%. I 100%. I'm not paying anything. If I don't buy it at all, I'm not paying anything. I try to explain this to my wife. I don't know if you guys understand that, but any deal where you don't have to buy at all is better than a 60% or 40%, whatever the deal is. 100% not buying anything. When you don't buy anything, you got the best deal. The best deal. Because most of the stuff we buy, we don't even need. I don't know, half the stuff we buy, you don't even need. We don't even need the stuff unless it's food, water, or some clothing. You probably don't need it. So save 100% when you don't buy anything. There's my lesson for you today. Number 10, sign in the washwork. Very important. Sometimes people don't know how to use the locks in the bathroom, okay? So if you want to poop alone, you go to the right. You slide it to the right. If they even have this, a lot of bathrooms, it's broken off. But this one has it. If it has it, go to the right. You're going to be pooping alone. You're going to be by yourself. If you want to have people watch you, slide it to the left. They're going to open the door. You're going to get seen. You're going to be embarrassed. You're going to poop with friends. People are going to see you because you didn't use the lock. So make sure you turn it to the right. Painting polish. And poop and watch. Is that what you're saying? Thinking about this? I don't know what you're saying because I can't say those things. Poop and watch. Poop and poopy watching. Watchy poopy. Poopy watchy. Poopy watchy. If you go to the left, if you go to the left, because someone's always checking, right? They're always just someone. Man. The thing about living in a big city, and if you're in a small town, you probably don't understand this. The thing about living in a big city, I don't care where you go, hotel, Knott's Berry Farm, Disneyland, restaurants, Olive Garden. Every time, I'm like, I just want to go poopy by myself at Olive Garden, by myself. But every time, Stater Brothers, I want to go by myself. Every time, Crystal Glitter Blood, there's somebody next. Somebody is already there, already propagating, already doing their business. Or somebody, you're there and you're like, yes, finally, I'm by myself. Because you can't even do it at home by yourself. If you have kids, you're not pooping by yourself. They're not going to... Everybody's talking there. I need to brush my teeth. I need to take a shower. Always get. So you finally get to a hotel, and you're like, "Dang, yes, I'm by myself." And then somebody, you hear this door slide. You hear the door. Somebody gets in the next stall next to you. Somebody in the next stall next to your left, or maybe the next to the right. And then they never just have a regular poopy. The person never has just a regular poopy. It's never just a bloop, bloop. That would be nice. It was just a bloop. It was just a bloop. It would be nice. But it's always a... The most watery freaking poop, like freaking cascading water coming down, whatever is coming down. Like the guy ate Pizza Hut and some chicken nuggets and a fillet of fish all in one time. It's nasty, and he's like, always with the sounds. Always with the sounds. I just want to poop by myself. If anybody knows anywhere in the world where I can poop by myself, let me know. Because I want to poop alone, just like that sign says right there. I want to poop alone. I want to go to the right, poop alone. So many people in the city. It's so many people in the city. I can't say that enough. So many people in the city. I have my sound off, but if this is I chose to poo alone. Crystal Glitterbug, this is not the time to have your sound off. This is not the time to have your sound off. This is the time to have your sound on. Sound on. Sound on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you make sure you slide to the right, Crystal Glitterbug, and you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Slide to the right. Slide to the right. Sound on. Sound on. Sound on. Let me get another. Hopefully it wasn't too graphic right there for Twitch. Number 11, the naked man fears no pickpocket. Then this is a wise saying. This is a philosophy that a lot of people live by. I don't, but there are people out there that live by this. A naked man fears no pickpocket. If you decide that you're just going to walk around with no clothes, if you decide that you're going to walk around with no pants, no shirt, no nothing, there are nudist colonies out there, and those people don't have to worry about pickpockets. There are no pickpockets in those communities because there are no pockets. So a naked man fears no pickpocket. Naked man or woman, it can go either way. If you don't have any pockets, don't have a purse, you don't have anything, you're just walking around the nude, ain't nobody gonna steal from you. There you go. That is the wise saying right there. That is some philosophy for you. That is some Freudian philosophy there. That is some good advice there. If you decide, I'm just gonna go the old natural way of the naturals. You have no fear of pickpockets. Now they have the show Naked and Afraid. You've seen that show with the naked people but all blurred out. You've seen that show. Those people are not afraid of pickpockets. They're afraid of a lot of other things. They're afraid of snakes. They're afraid of falling off the cliff. They're afraid of starving. But the one thing that they're not afraid of is pickpockets. They have no fear of pickpockets in that show whatsoever. The one challenge is never a pickpocket on that show. You'll never see a pickpocket on the Naked and Afraid show. Mark my words. There you go. Let's see here. Number 12. I've earned the right. No golfing in the cemetery. Please no golfing in the cemetery. Grandpa, he was in World War II. Susie lived a long, wonderful life, 80 years old. She paid probably $100 a month for 80 years for her plot. And you go over there and you just tee up. You just you can't afford, your small business, and you want to have a meeting at the golf course, but you figure out the price and it's like $23 a person. You're like, screw that. I'm not gonna send my clients to the golf course. It's $23. I'm gonna have to pay for all that. I'm gonna go over to the cemetery and tee up and tee off on somebody's plot. That's horrible. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't tee off on somebody's plot. I don't know who they must have. I don't know where this is exactly, but they must have a problem with it. There must be a problem with people golfing and teeing off on the cemetery. I don't know if it's and there's not even any well, there might be. I was gonna say there's no holes, but there might be some really big holes if somebody's about to get buried. It could be a whole different game that they're playing. There's a big hole, and then also you're bouncing off these stone, the headstones. You bounce off. I see what you guys are trying to do, but don't do it. It's very disrespectful. Golfing on somebody's plot, somebody's somebody's graveyard. That's some bad stuff. And and especially don't do it at night. Number one, you don't see the golf ball. Number two, you might see some ghosts. So don't golf in the cemetery, please. It looks like somebody in that area is having a big problem with golfers golfing on the cemetery. So please don't golf on the cemetery. That's why they made the sign. Took the time to make the sign. They must have a big problem with golfers golfing on the cemetery plots there. That was number 12. Number 13, we're getting close. Number 13, I'd rather not. Welcome to Austin. Please die slowly. On the same kind of theme of cemeteries. Welcome to Alston. I don't know where Alston is. If you know where Alston is, put in the chat. Welcome to Alston. Don't drive slowly. Die slowly. And they just took out the R and the B. Don't drive slowly. Die slowly. Die slowly. Die slowly. Maybe it's the same place where the cemetery is, because they're like, die slowly. You don't want to end up in the cemetery because they're playing golf on your head or off your toe or wherever it depends on where you're pointed, where you're laying. And you might be laying this way or this way. They're playing off your toe or your head. So they're like, die slowly, because you're going to end up in this cemetery where there's a big golf problem. There's a big golf problem. And don't die fast. Die slowly. Die slowly. Die slowly. I don't know if they mean like in one day, like die slowly that day, or over time. It could mean a lot of things. It could mean die slowly that day, or it could mean die slowly over time. You want that. That's what you want. You want to go longer. You want to have a healthy life. You don't want to be drinking Red Bulls and eating chili beans all day long like me. You want to die slowly. Live long. Go to the doctor and get yourself checked, and that way you can die slowly over time. Over time, you want to die over time. Long time from now. That's when you want to die. I think that's what the signs mean. It's probably a Kaiser sign. It's probably from Kaiser. Let's see here. Number 14, drunken people. Drunken people are crossing the street. Beware of not deer, not kids, but drunken people. This must be by a frat house or an area where there's a lot of college kids. Drunken people are obviously crossing this road. This is an area where there are a lot of drunken people, and they have a problem with drunken people crossing the road. Don't hit the drunken people. They're trying to cross the street. And by the way, they're helping you because they're not driving. They're not drunk driving. They're drunk walking. So they're trying to help you. So don't hit them in the car. They could have just gotten in the car and died that way. They don't want to get hit by a car and die that way. So they're walking. They're drunk people crossing the streets. Don't hit the drunk people crossing the street. That's a big problem in that area, wherever that's from. On that rural road there are people, drunk people in this area, and they're trying to cross the street. Drunk people have rights too. They should be able to cross the street while they're, walking around at night or in the daytime, whatever they're doing, and they should be able to walk over to the other side of the street. Why did the drunk person cross the road? Because he was trying to get another beer. Ba-ding! There you go. A little joke for you. Why did the drunk person cross the road? He was trying to get another drink. Boom, boom. There you go. Don't hit the drunk people. Number 15. We're getting close to ending here. Is this true? Number 15. Just because you are offended doesn't mean you are right. Just because you're that's some good stuff. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Yeah. Just because you're offended doesn't mean, just because you're mad doesn't mean you're right. You might be. It doesn't necessarily mean you're right, but you could be. You might be. Or you might be offended wrong, or you might be offended right. You don't know. That could be 50-50 right there. So just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Could, but not in this. Not always. Holy moly. Let's see here. Where are we at? Number 16. A good reason. I finally stopped drinking for good. That's a good sign. I finally stopped drinking for good. Someone finally stopped drinking. You should be proud of them. It's awesome. They stopped drinking for good. Now I drink for evil. What the? Whoa. That's a different sign. So they didn't stop drinking in general. They just stopped drinking for good. They started drinking for evil. Holy moly. It's the evil dead. The drinking continues, but for the evil. Drinking for evil. Not for good, for evil. There you go. That's number 16. Holy moly. Let me just check something. Where we're at on time. Got one more. Mom's authority. Against all authority except mom. You know, there's a lot of anarchist people out there. There's a lot of people that want to rebel, and they will rebel against all authority. But if the mama comes down, she will put her foot down. She will whoop some booty. She will make them stop, because against all authority except mama. Mama has the final authority. She will make things happen. And that's the 17 crazy signs of the week to give us hope for 2024. I hope you like that. Put some fire in the chat if you like that. Crazy signs that are out there. I like this one especially. No crime between 8 and 6. Don't do it. Don't do it, criminals. 8 and 6. Just follow one rule. You can break all the rules you want, but just follow that one rule. For drunken octopus, out of coke, emergency phone is out of service, the surface messed up in Australia, and running over unicorns when you're going through the car wash. The 17 signs from the past week that are so hilarious, they actually gave her a glimmer of hope for 2024. Shelby Heinrich. Shout out to Shelby Heinrich from Buzzfeed staff making that killer article. And that was some good stuff. Holy moly. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Quick stream. I got to get out of here. I got some stuff to do, but I wanted to get on. See you guys. Miss you guys. Wasn't able to do it yesterday. Couldn't do it the weekend before. We were here with Gordo and Roven on Monday, so that's good. We get our weeks in, but haven't got the weekend stream in a long time. So I wanted to make sure that I got you guys in there. Hold on 1 second. Let me check one thing. And we'll get you into AngieV as we leave here and start a raid. AngieV is a killer DJ. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. 6 seconds. Quick stream. I got to get out of here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you soon. Have a great one.